Guys, can anyone see me? Because I never know if this thing is working. Someone give me a thumbs up. Are we live? Anyone? Anyone, are we live? Can anyone see me? No one's watching. I usually only get 6 or 7 people. Someone? Anyone? Are we watching? Done? Okay, I'll go live now. Okay, I guess I could start. Okay, so here we go. Okay, good everyone. Good evening, everyone. We're gonna start at 8 from now on. I don't think I'm gonna wear a suit because I think the technical rule is that summer starts like Memorial Day and it goes to Labor Day. So I don't think whatever you guys, should I wear the suit or not? It is summertime now, technically, and I don't know if I am going to wear the suit. And of course, it was just Memorial Day, and thanks for you veterans that served. And whatever, I don't know if I actually took a nap, and I don't know if I'm going to wear a suit anymore. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm trying. Whatever, I don't know. And once again, thanks to our sponsor here, Jim Swanson. And once again, I'm not collecting money. He's just donating money to the food shelf, and we want to thank him for doing that. And feel free to share the video as we go live here every night, and hopefully you guys can hear me. And so on. We always want to thank our sponsor. I honestly don't know if our guest host is going to show up. He called me maybe an hour ago, and he's not feeling well. I think he's got issues with allergies or something, and I think he took like a Benadryl or something, and his eyes were all puffy, this time of year. I know I have issues with the allergies. Maybe some of you guys have allergy issues. I know I'm allergic to my parents' dog, and like last week, my dad had, well, one of the reasons I didn't do a show last week, my dad had eye surgery. He tore his retina in his eye, and I had this a few years myself, and maybe some of you guys had this problem too. Tore the retina in his eye. And so I had to go over and then drive my dad over to Edina, of all places. It's like a complete foreign country over there, chock full of whatever. But they do have a lovely park. It was on France Avenue, and whatever. So he got his operation, and then I had to take care of him. And then brought him back home. I couldn't leave him for 24 hours. I had to take care of the dog. I had to feed, my parents, fed him dinner, prepared dinner. I had to run a cub, and I had to do all the domestic stuff. And at any rate, so that's a big deal. The reason why we didn't have a show last week, and I had to take care of their dog Josh, whom I'm allergic to, and my eyes were all swollen up as well. And then I had to bring Josh over to my house, and he was okay with it. It wasn't his normal habitat. And I had to take Josh on walks, and I brought his food over here. His name is Josh. He's a Springer Spaniel. And he's kind of hyper. He's only 4 years old. I take him on walks and everything. And I think I put a picture of Josh in my Facebook here last week. But one day he got out and he ran around the yard, and he wanted me to catch him, and he'd get down and he'd bark at me, and he wanted me to play with him. and then I'd get near him, and then he'd run away, and wasn't always a well-behaved dog, and I would laugh about it, but I thought he'd get away and cause trouble. I did this for a while. I chased after him a while, but then I didn't want him to run away, and so I just went and opened up the back door, and he ran inside, where I gave him a treat. And evidently you can get these doggy downers for dogs. You guys know about these? And you feed the dog these doggy downers. And don't tell my parents this, but I was only supposed to give him one doggy downer to calm him down because he's a really high-strung Springer Spaniel. I gave him two. I didn't know if it worked or not, but Josh is my parents' dog, and I don't know if he was going to overdose, and then I played like Jefferson Airplane on the speaker for him, and then Josh was kind of mellow for a while. And is that what you're supposed to do with hyper dogs? Give them the doggy downers, and he mellowed out. And that's what we did. That I had Josh in my house for 3 days. And I know I'm not supposed to do this either with the dog, but he slept in the bed with me, and he seemed to really like that a lot. And of course my eyes were all red and puffy, and I get hives. And the dog really liked that. And then I'd get up in the morning, and of course, those of you who are dog owners probably know this, normally I get up pretty early, but when I would like open my eyes, then the dog would get all hyper. Evidently dogs do that, and I know, dogs all do that. Don't move at 5:30 in the morning. The second you move a little bit, the dog knows you're up, and he wants to go out. And so we would walk downtown or whatever and go on a long walk. We'd walk 3 or 4 miles. I would try to wear him out without the doggy downers. And, well, at any rate, that's why we didn't have a show, because I was taking care of my dad. He had the retinal surgery, and I had he had the gas bubble put in his eye. These guys had that. I had that like in the fall of, when was that, 2017? Did I talk about that before? I know I talked about my, rotor at the VA. I also had retinal surgery over at the VA, and Dr. Rue was her name, and I kind of have a thing for her. She's kind of a good-looking Asian gal. But we won't get into that, but so once a year I got to go see her, but I don't have to see her anymore. And she said, Mr. Winslow, we're done with you, and this fall you're going to see someone else. And I was kind of heartbroken because I kind of have a thing for her. She's kind of a good-looking gal. But she went to the Ohio State, and she's the world's fastest typist, and she'd be typing super fast, and I'd ask a question, and she'd go like this, like I'm not supposed to ask her questions when she's typing super fast. But well, I won't be seeing her anymore, but at any rate, now, I don't think our co-host is going to show up. Now, we were going to talk about the top 5 Frank Sinatra songs, and from the headquarters, they got sent down to me, and these are in no particular order. Number 5, and this is kind of a duet with Joe Beam. And Roger Keane, I don't know if Roger and I, we did talk about when we did go to Brazil one year. We had trouble getting into Brazil. We had visa issues. Number 5, the girl from Ipanema, tall and tan and young and wonderful. The girl from Ipanema totally ignores Frank Sinatra. That's number 5. I wish I could sing, because I'd sing these to you. And usually when I'm cleaning the house, I'll play the Frank Sinatra channel on satellite radio. Either that or the salsa channel on satellite radio. If you guys have that, play that. And I'm sure you guys can go on YouTube, whatever, Pandora. And number 4, I get a kick out of you. That's a good one. If you guys are into Frank Sinatra, I know I am. Number 3, luck be a lady tonight. I wish I could sing because I totally sing. No, I'm not going to sing. Some of the, I can predict some of you guys are putting in the comments, sing them. I'm not going to sing them. Luck be a lady tonight. I'm big Frank Sinatra. And I've already talked about that time, and I can't remember what movie it was, but he was a swinging bachelor. And I'm going to repeat myself, but you know, back in the early 60s to beyond, when dudes would wear suits all the time, and the 60s kind of ruined everything, and he was hanging out in a suit in his penthouse. Ava Gardner might have come over, and they were going to go hang out somewhere, and he said, let me go put on another suit and then we'll go hit the town, because the suit he was wearing wasn't good enough. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And, you know, and if you guys go on YouTube, some Frank Sinatra movies are there. And one of my favorite ones is Suddenly. And I personally like it when Frank Sinatra plays more of a bad guy. And the movie Suddenly is on there. I'm not going to tell you the whole situation, but Suddenly, and it's really not, what is it, about an hour, 15 minutes long? It was on TV not long ago either. Suddenly, good movie, go watch it. I like it when he plays a bad guy versus a good guy. Well, like Ocean's 11, when he was, you know, he was a bad guy, but he was, you know, whatever. All right, so now, number 2, New York, New York. New York, New York could really use him right now with all the goings on, the COVID situation right now. We're not going to talk politics here on this show right now. We're not talking politics. Now, number 1, My Way. I did it my way. You know, he did Frank Sinatra, always doing it his way. So, and then recently, I think there was another movie on with his where he was a retired detective. And he was an older guy, probably in his later years. I can't remember if that was on anymore. Now, some of the things we're going to talk about here are food. Some of you, I know, and it was Memorial Day here. I know, and I know I've talked about this before, and I'm probably repeating myself. And I've noticed that on bread making is all the rage, and some of you are gluten intolerant, and I know I'm gluten intolerant, and I know I've said this before. I'm gluten intolerant in that I can't tolerate people going on and on about their special gluten-free diets. And so if you're gluten intolerant like me, you can, and I don't think that you can use almond flour, and that doesn't have gluten in it. And I think when you use that, you use it with flaxseed. And I don't think you have to use yeast there. And then you can all mix it up in your blender. And I can't remember the reason why I brought out my Ninja blender. Hopefully you guys can see it. Oh no, I know why I brought out my Ninja blender, because I'm not going to use it right now, but I made mashed potatoes for lunch. That's why I have it out. That's why, because I made mashed potatoes. And I think I used condensed cream of mushroom soup instead of, there's some neighbors out there. I used condensed cream of mushroom soup instead of milk or cream, and it was really wonderful. And so instead of mashing, I used the blender, because I'm lazy and you don't have to mash things. You just use your Ninja blender. And so that's a wonderful thing to use there. Now, and here, you know, you have an eating problem like me. I like to eat. If you find food that... Okay, so... Here's, you know, you have an eating problem if you're using food and have some Okay, so I have some salsa here. My sister lives in Colorado, and this is Colorado green chili. Okay, so we're gonna open this up. Listen to a pop. You guys probably didn't hear that. So, ooh, I should have shaken it up. I should have shook it up. Green chili. So, you know you have a major eating problem if you find chips that have been engineered, or food that's engineered to get more food in your mouth. I guess that's completely American. I don't know where else in the world, maybe Canada. Do they have these in Europe? I know we have a couple of Europeans watching. I don't know, but scoops, and these things are engineered to get more product in your mouth. And talk about an eating problem. See, I can get more in my mouth. Talk about a major eating problem. So, or, number one, I'm going to need someone to come over and get this out of my house, because I don't need it in my house. And then you have these Totitos here, the scoops here too. You have an eating problem in your country if you have food that's been engineered to get more food in your mouth. And I noticed, and it just dawned on me in the grocery store today. See, you guys know what I'm talking about? And I thought, and I should have gotten some cheese. You could put little cheese, like sprinkly cheese in here. What am I, shredded cheese? Put it in here, and then put it in the microwave if you think about it, and then put it in there. Maybe put some salsa on there, and then what, 30 seconds or something, and then someone come and get this out of my house, because I don't need to eat this stuff. Look at this. How much salsa can I get in there? So look at that. Talk about an eating problem. It's been engineered to. Talking about problems in America. They're so good. And then I got French dip right here. I should have gotten top the tater, but man, that stuff is expensive. I got the Dean's French onion. Someone come and get this out of my house. I don't need this in my house. Usually the only time I have this crap in my house is when David Mark Brown comes up. He buys it when he's here doing work around my house. Well, it shouldn't be even, This is good summertime fare. But this is the what do I have here? French onion with, I didn't realize I got the bacon. So anyone want to come over later? I have water. And what else do I have? I have V8. I'm going to stop doing the show now because I'm going to be chowing down. You can get, I have all sorts of stuff. Get this stuff out of my house. We'll put it away for later. But like I said, your country has a problem with food if it's been engineered to. We'll put it away for now. Like, I can feel fat just eating it. Oh yeah. Here's what else I was going to show you guys. I really don't have anything to talk about. I didn't write anything down as usual. I got in the mail a ways back. Masks are all the rage. Of course, now my hands are all sticky. I can't open this. I guess I got this right here. I think I have a mask here. I forgot that I ordered this mask. I'm not a mask wearer. I go to grocery stores and I don't wear masks, and I get angry looks from people. and sometimes I wear my veteran's hat just to, but I get a lot of snide looks, you know, but, so, I guess I can wear this neck thing if I go, but it's got the, I'm not going to put it on now, but you guys see that? It's got the We the People look about it. I'm not going to put it on now because I'm not much of a mask wearer. I figure when I was in Iraq, I totally was exposed to a whole bunch of crap. I'm not going to, that's another thing we have here. If I need to wear it by law, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I totally forgot that I had that. So, yeah. So, what else was I going to talk about? Engineered foods. Is this considered a GMO because it's been engineered? Someone come and get this out of my house. I don't need this in my house. Someone come and get that. Okay, so, and, yeah, so, but, the co-host and I, you know, was it 2 weeks ago now that they did open up Wisconsin, and we have been road tripping into Wisconsin, and the thing is, when you go into Wisconsin, and, oh yeah, I was going to mention too, Lisa Schmeckpecker, I went up to Cub Foods and I did get a nice hanging basket for outside. Maybe my neighbor will see it, I don't know. One of my neighbors who watches the show, and I put it outside, and I have to remember to water it every day, so I'm pretty good at that. And I know I've had hanging baskets in the past, and if you don't turn them every now and then, one side will grow too much. And sometimes I've had wrens building nests in there. I don't know why I'm telling you that. What was I talking about? I don't know, I don't have anything written down, I'm just making up stuff. So anyways, yeah, so we've been going into Wisconsin, and it's been fun, and yeah, we'll talk about more about the legends, I think, when Cutter gets here, because it's more fun to talk about stuff when he's here. But we were going to talk about I think some of you guys like some of the legends. We had some stories about Leaping Lena. Is it Limping Lena or Leaping Lena? I know it's both ways. Buster, I think we all have some Buster stories. Kind of, we'll talk about that a little bit more, but I think it's probably better with Cutters here. Like I said, I know he's not feeling very well. Now, June 1st, downtown, it sounds like our Mayor Ted, and we let's all hope that Ted comes on the show sometime. You know, we've invited him on here. I know sometime in the future we're going to have Funny Man Dennis the Parking Enforcer. He's going to do a set on the show and do one of his comedy routines. We'll be blessed with one of his comedy routines. He'll come on the show and do one of his comedy routines. We're all looking forward to that. And there's more neighbors out there, love them. And he's going to come on the show. We're hoping to have Ted on the show, but with his busy schedule. But June 1st, at any rate, they're going to have the downtown. It's going to be fun. They're going to have tables set up outside. And I think, am I wrong on this, but they're going to have the drinking outside, and there's tables outside. It's going to be crazy. Crazy meaning crazy fun. No, you can't hug people. Of course, people from Minnesota will have no problems with that. I won't be hugging people. Although I will put on some high karate as usual. I'll be giving up the vibe. No one hug me. Well, if you want to hug me, I won't care. I won't stop you. I'll have on my... No, I won't have a mask on. So, and then the June 1st, what is that, like? The 30th is Saturday, the 31st Sunday. So Monday, oh, come Monday, it's going to be all right, like a Jimmy Buffett song. Someone write a Jimmy Buffett song about this. Michael Paul, are you able to write one of you top-notch musicians we have? Um, so yeah, so downtown, June 1st, we're gonna have tables. I'm not understanding the logistics of the thing. I should have looked at the weather, but I think it's gonna be Monday. I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about storm chasing too. I went out storm chasing yesterday. I did see one funnel north of Northfield, south of Farmington, and I was going to say if anyone wants to come along in the future, I'll kind of show you what to do. I might have you drive. No, I might drive because we'll talk about it. If you want to come along, pay for gas or something, it'd be pretty cheap day, whatever. Yeah, so we could stop for lunch first or whatever. Probably, I don't like, whatever, just come along if you want. It's not dangerous in any way, sort of, although, yeah, it can be dangerous. So, yeah, I could tell you a story sometime when you come along. Yeah, it's not dangerous. Some of you guys that are storm chasers, if you're watching, it's not dangerous. You just have to be in the right spot. And I've been doing it for a while now. It's not dangerous. Just, I'll make sure you put the right apps on your phone and you thumbnailed the right things like the Storm Prediction Center. And it'll be a lot of fun for you. Just put gas in my car. We'll split the cost on that. And I have new tires on my car. And so June downtown, and they also have the stairs open. And what else can I say? And I think it's like I said, someone come and get these things out of my house. I don't need them. But June 1st downtown, am I repeating myself? I'm turning into my parents. Next week we should have another show, but we're going to be broadcasting. You know, if I could get to the Best Buy, I'll get like a real camera and start going on YouTube. I don't know why I would, but and putting the show on YouTube or not. I don't know how many more of these shows I'm going to do. But at any rate, I think we're coming to an end here because I kind of make up stuff as I go along. But that was another thing I was going to talk about. Once again, because we don't have Lumberjack Days once again on the 17th of July. We don't have Lumberjack Days. Once again, everyone in town wear a flannel shirt around town with jean shorts. And then Saturday, the 18th, it's walk someone else's dog Saturday. And then once again, the 19th, and hopefully someone is planning this because I'm not going to do it. We're going to outdo every town in America. We're going to make the world's largest pandemic mask. And we're going to have squares on there, 3 by 3 foot. Hopefully someone is taking the bull by the horns because we don't want some other town in the world outdoing this. I think we can do this, and then we'll put it out like over here at the old athletic field. It's going to be the world's largest pandemic mask for charity. And then we'll get like Channel 5 flying over with a helicopter, and they'll talk about it, and it'll be in all its glory, the world's largest pandemic mask, and people will be crying, and it'll be wonderful. I'll probably be crying too, of course. And our mayor will have to, be on TV, and like all the big news will be put on the map once again for many things. And it'll all go to charity, of course. And someone do this, someone start making plans for the world's largest pandemic mask. And that will be Sunday, July 19th. It'll all be stitched together. I would do it, but I have other stuff to do. I'm building a garage instead. But I'm not going to talk about that. But So June 1st downtown. And what else can I? Make sure you're working out. Don't eat chips, engineered chips, GMO'd chips. And that's about it. Hopefully the show didn't go too late today. I try to hit a half an hour. Thanks for watching, everyone. Drive safe. And be nice to your neighbors, your friends in town. Try not to get angry at people over dumb stuff. And thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. Oh, wait, should I wear like a Hawaiian shirt next week? No, maybe next week I'll wear a suit again. I feel like I do a better job wearing a suit. Talk to you guys later.